Rejection is so painful, and I understand it so well. So, I grew up in foster homes for over 10 years. And when I was in middle school, I had a really good friend that I used to spend so much time with her family. And the family, care about me so much too, that applied for the foster care license and also submitted paperwork to adopt me. And I was in middle school and I was like, oh my God, they're going to adopt me. I'm going to have a family. I'm not going to be moving from, foster homes to foster homes, and I'm going to have sisters. So I was so excited. I was looking forward to it. But unfortunately, the application didn't go through because the dad had a prior record and it was denied. But at that time I was so young and I didn't understand why. I just took it very personal. And I remember being questioning God. I was mad at God, like, why can't I be there? Why do I have to be here and suffer? And just looking at it in a bad way. I was really young. I didn't have the maturity to understand it like I do now. And shortly after, I was unfortunately moved from that foster home and I lost contact with the family. Years later, in my 20s, I used to party a lot. I lived in San Diego, California. So we used to cross the border to Tijuana to the nightclubs there. And I was very fortunate to run into my friend. Her name, I don't want to say her name, but I ran into her in one of the clubs, actually in the bathroom. And I was so excited to see her and talk to her because so many years have gone by, and I learned that she also went the path. She committed a lot of crimes and she did time, and she was also looking at more time for the crime she had done. And at that moment, I understood why the application didn't go through. It was a protection for me. God was protecting me. He wasn't trying to harm me in any way, but it was just because I was so excited and I was so young, and I didn't have the maturity to look at it in a more positive way until that moment. So I experienced so much rejection in my life, but now that I'm older and I'm a mom, I see things differently. So now when I'm rejected a job, an opportunity, a person um don't pan out like I expected it to, now I just kind of sit back and just be thankful for the opportunity. And it's okay to be sad and grieve over lost opportunities, people, and jobs, but also have the maturity to look at it in a different perspective. Like, this didn't work out, it's because there's something better for me. And sometimes we get so focused on the negative aspect of the rejection because we attach our self identity, such as I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I did something wrong, it was me, it wasn't you, it's just it wasn't meant for you. And then we lose sight of the door that's really opening for us, and um we don't we're not open for it, or we miss it, or we don't we're not happy with it because it wasn't our expectations. But it will turn out to be better for you. But we just need to learn to shift our perspective and removing our self identity from situations. So I just wanted to share that story because I deeply understand rejection and how detrimental that can be when we attach our self worth to it. Thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.